That was a really competitive Division I basketball game here in Soka Pavilion, and we just unfortunately did not make enough plays down the stretch to come out on the winning end. I credit UMBC. They stuck with their game plan. They have explosive guard play, and we prepared for that coming in, but we are down a number of players right now. I so much appreciate the group that I'm coaching because it's a next man up mentality. But some of the plays that we are making right now, I'm attributing to just overall fatigue. And it was really great to see G really hold down the fort around the rim for us. But ultimately, we missed a lot of open shots that I think we would take again if we played again. And I also attribute that to just fatigue in the legs. So we're working through it. I got to say, I'm just very proud of our group. They just compete. Like, we have a group of individuals that are trying incredibly hard to win every possession, and the ball's not bouncing our way right now. And we'll get back to work tomorrow and continue this process of continual improvement. Yeah, it's funny. It's not really frustration, and it's in my career there is a pretty heavy emotion attached to the scoreboard, where you make decisions off of the scoreboard, and of course my job is to win, but right now my job is to continue leading this group of young men that are trying to put their best foot forward. We are not frustrated. I would say that because of how competitive the group is, there's a little bit of disappointment, but we are stacking possessions together, and then we just give up an offensive rebound, automatic three. So the numbers aren't adding up. Statistically today, we out-rebounded them, got more shots than them, made more free throws, and we just couldn't come out on the other side of this thing with a W. Yeah, certainly. We're in a pretty unique situation right now. We have 5 players on the bench, and I would say that we're probably one of, if not the most injured, with 8 scholarship players right now available. And we're playing what I would consider tough opponents that are going to challenge us. So it's where we're seeing where we're seeing it really affecting us the most is down the stretch. Last 10 minutes, last 5 minutes, a rebound where with a little better, I would say, health, we might be able to react a little quicker. And it's not because everyone isn't competing their tails off. And because of that, I can go into the locker room tomorrow and we will continue moving forward. I think that ultimately, yeah, the disappointment of losing stings, but yes, we are down 2 starters or 6-man, and and then Josh Fulton, who has really helped us, play 21 minutes the other day. So there's a lot of variance right now without a lot of practice time. That's probably affecting us the most, where positionally we're putting players in spots that up until 3 weeks ago they hadn't been in the entire season. So we're working through that with little practice time, and even a game like today, there is a sense of disappointment for sure because everyone's laying everything on the line. We knew going into the season those 2 would be able to play together, and they're getting great experience in doing so, and they've had some tremendous games together. I think we just have to do a better job of getting both of them the ball maybe a little earlier in the game to kind of establish what we call in the locker room the run game. Let's establish the run game, establish the rim, and then it'll allow the gym to settle a little bit on the perimeter and maybe get us a few more open opportunities where we don't have to work as hard to create separation and create space to get what we want is really high-quality shots. So they're getting great experience together, and they're maxing out. And with that experience, I'm hoping it'll pay dividends. Yeah. So for us, right now everything is more or less day to day. There are a few guys that are going to be out a little bit longer. Probably, I would say the majority of them won't be back until Patriot League play. But we are seeing some positive recovery is happening right now, and we play on Tuesday, and then we have exams. And this exam period for us will be really critical to just step back and focus on our health. It's wild to be talking about it as much as we are, but we are severely banged up right now. And Achille Spadone, who's putting it all on the floor, is doing it with essentially one leg. So even the players that are playing are not fully healthy. Gerger Burchick, he twisted his ankle against Akron, didn't practice yesterday. We really don't have a choice, and he came out and gets double-double. So it's kind of stacking up on us the longer we play, and we just need an opportunity to kind of reset. But in the meantime, with this game on Tuesday, it's another chance for us to go out there and compete. We start 3 Europeans right now, and it allows us to play with 2 big guys because they're so used to having more of a guard responsibility coming from Europe and the style of play. I think right now they're being tested with the world of physicality and the game plan against all of our players, and it seemingly is be as physical as possible, push the catches off of the paint for our big guys. But I played in Europe. I have such an appreciation for that brand of basketball, and it's very unselfish. It's very blue collar, and it allows us to do a lot with particular versatility. So they've been great. We'll continue to recruit the European world because it is something that we've had great success with, and in this moment they're getting great experience.
Well, obviously we're all upset, especially because we feel like we've been just starting to play better as the games went on, and most of these games, the final score doesn't really tell the full story. I feel like for most of them, even with the toughest teams, we're in the game, it's a close game, especially in the first half. It's just those few runs that, we allowed to happen, and kind of we have to play catch up after that, and we fall apart. But, obviously it's tough right now, but me, being one of the older guys, I want to keep being positive, and every game, go out there and give my all. And I think the rest of the guys feel the same way. We're not giving up. The most important part of the season is just coming up. And even though we're missing a lot of guys due to injury, I think we're going to be in a good place come league play. Yeah, obviously, that's what I try and do every time I step out on the court. Just play, give it my all, go for every rebound, do all the dirty work. I want to do anything I can to help the team win. If that means get 20 rebounds, I'll go and try to get 20 rebounds every time. But yeah, I think it's just the physical aspect of the game. I think it helps out the rest of the team, kind of impose our strength on them, not let them, just push us around. So I think that helps us. But yeah, I'll keep doing it every single game. Well, I think as the years go on, it's kind of coming closer in terms of style of play. Especially here at Bucknell, we look at a lot of EuroLeague teams for how they play, and we try to emulate that. But guys here are just more athletic, and I think that's the real difference between European basketball and American basketball, whether it be the NBA or college basketball, just the level of athleticism and physicality of some of the guys. But yeah, obviously just rally. I think we played a great game. We did our best. Obviously we had some mistakes that ended up costing us the game, but it's just sticking to what we do, execute how we want to do it, and not give up. Teams are going to go on runs, and I feel like we got to do a better job of just, sticking with what we do and just execute it, trust it, give it physically our all and mentally, and I think we're going to win a lot of games.